Hello guys, I hope every one of you are doing good and fine. Today I am coming up with a new lesson which I think will be very helpful in our day-to-day activities related to English. So I am coming up with a lesson on understanding spellings. Why am I coming up with this lesson is because English spelling on the surface seems to be a very difficult task to understand because the spelling, the pronunciation, it's totally different in most of the cases. So understanding spelling is difficult. However, if the patterns and the rules are studied properly, it can make the task of understanding spellings very much easier. So today we will learn some aspects and features of spellings in English. So today the first aspect of understanding spelling we are going to learn is silent letters. Silent letter is also something which is very important that we should always keep in mind. So in English alphabet there are some silent letters. Silent letters are like B, D, G, GH, H, K, L, P, S, T, U and W. These are the silent letters. So let us see how these letters are silent in a word. The first silent letter is B. When is B silent? B is silent when it comes at the end of the word, right after the letter M. For example, in a word like comb, the letter B is silent because it comes right after the letter M. Also, example can be given like dumb, D-U-M-B. If it is to be pronounced along with B, it should be dumb, but B is silent and we pronounce it as dumb. Next silent letter we have is letter D. D is silent in a word when it comes right before the letter N. In a word, if there is the letter D and N together, that D is silent. Example can be given of sandwich, S-A-N-D-W-I-C-H, sandwich. In this word, the letter D is silent. The letter D is also silent in the word Wednesday, which is spelled as W-E-D-N-E-S-D-A-Y. If D is not silent, it can be pronounced, or it would be pronounced as Wednesday, but as D is silent, we pronounce it as Wednesday. And the next silent letter we have is G. The letter G is silent when it precedes the letter N in a given word. Example can be given of sign, S-I-G-N, sign. In this word, the letter G is silent and it is pronounced as S-I-N, sign. And also foreign, F-O-R-E-I-G-N. In this word, the letter G is silent again. So G is silent when it precedes, when it comes before the letter N. And next silent letter we have is a combination of G and H. G and H, when they are used together in a word, at the middle of the word or at the end of the word, they are completely silent. G and H is completely silent when they are used in the middle part of the word or at the end of the word. Example word can be given daughter, D-A-U-G-H-T-E-R. In this word, the letter GH is silent and it is pronounced as daughter. And also in the word like right, R-I-G-H-T, the letter G and H is silent and it is pronounced as R-I-T, right. And next silent letter we have is H. H is silent there is no particular rule saying that it should be silent, but there are some words where H is to be totally silent, like Y, WHY, honor, HONOUR, honor, hour, 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 HEIR. In all these words, the letter H is totally silent. And moving on, the next silent letter we have is K. The letter K is completely silent when it precedes the letter N at the beginning of a word. If the letter K comes before the letter N at the beginning part of the word, K is silent. We can see in the words like no, KNOW. The letter K, it comes right before N, so K is silent and it is pronounced as no. And also in the case like knife, KNIFE, K is silent and it is pronounced as knife. Next we have the silent letter L. Silent letter L. L becomes silent or is not pronounced when it comes after the vowels like A, O, and U in a word. L is not pronounced when it comes after the vowels like A, O, and U in a word. Example words are like should, could, have, calf, all those. Next we have silent letter N. N is not pronounced or N is silent when it comes after the letter M at the end of a word. In a word, if the word ends with the letter M and N, and when N comes after the letter M, N is always silent. Column, COLUMN, N is silent, it's pronounced as column. Solemn, SOLEMN. Autumn, AUTUMN. Likewise, when N comes after M in the ending part of a word, it is silent. And next silent letter here we have is P. The letter P usually is a popping sound made from the front of the mouth. So when we pronounce P, a popping sound comes through the mouth. So this letter is silent when it precedes or when it comes before the letter S. And also the letter P is not pronounced or silent when it comes at the beginning of the word using the combination of PS, PT, and PN. Example words, I'll keep it here. The next silent letter we have is S. And the letter S is not pronounced or is silent when it comes before the letter L. S is silent in a word when it comes before the letter L, like in the word ISLAND. S is silent and it's pronounced as island. AISLE, isle, and then ISLE, isle. And next silent letter we have is T. T is silent in some words like whistle, listen, fasten, often, BALLET. It is pronounced as ballet, not ballet. And next silent letter we have is U. And the letter U is silent or not pronounced in a word when it comes after the letter Z and before a vowel. U is silent when it comes after G and right before a vowel in a word. Example word can be given like guess, GUESS, GUESS. U is silent and it is pronounced as GESS. And also in the case of guitar, ZUITAR, it is pronounced as guitar, as U is silent in the word. And the final silent letter we have is W. W is silent or it is not pronounced when it comes at the beginning part of the word right after the letter R. If W comes at the beginning of the word right after the letter R, W is silent in the words like wrong, WRONG, wrong. wrap, W-R-A-P. Now we are done with the silent letters. Moving on to the second feature or aspect of spellings in English, let us see unusual letter combinations. There are some unusual letter combinations. So the first unusual letter combination we have is GH. GH, when they are used together in a word, it is usually pronounced as the letter F. GH is used as the letter F. Examples: cough, C-O-U-G-H. Instead of GH, GH sounds as F, so we pronounce it as cough. L-A-U-G-H, laugh. E-N-O-U-G-H, it is pronounced as enough. So GH sounds as F. And the next combination we have is CH. CH, when it is used together in a word, it is pronounced as the letter K. We have the example here. In case of like chemistry, CHEMISTRY. If it is pronounced with the usual sound, it should be like chemistry or something, but CH sounds as K, so it is pronounced as chemistry. And also in the case of headache, H-E-A-D-A-C-H-E, headache, CH sounds as K, CH. Next combination we have is EA. The EA sound in a word, the letter combination of EA in a word sounds as EH, like in the word breakfast, B-R-E-A-K-F-A-S-T, it is pronounced as breakfast. The EA sound, EA letter gives the sounds of EH, B-R-E-A-D, it is not bread, it is bread. So the next unusual letter combination we have is EA. If you see the combination of letter EA in a word, you should give the sound of EE, double E, like in the word W-E-A-K, it is pronounced as week. EA gives the sounds of EE, week, S-T-R-E-A-K, streak, like those. Okay, now we are coming to the last part of today's lesson, the final aspect of understanding spelling. So the last aspect we are going to learn today is adding ER, IER, EST and IEST, that is comparative degree and superlative degree in words. You know, in adjectives we have 3 degrees, that is positive degrees, comparative degrees, and then superlative degrees. We know that we have these 3 degrees. So how to add the comparative degrees and superlative degrees in a word? So most adjectives of one syllable have a comparative degree in ER and superlative degree in EST. So almost in most of my videos I mentioned about syllable. Words are of different syllable. There are 1 syllable word, 2 syllable word, 3 syllable, 4, 5, and it goes on. So what is a 1 syllable word? The words like CUP, cup, that is 1 syllable word. And then water, WATER, that is water, 2 syllable words. And then vegetable, 3 syllable words. Comfortable, 3 syllable words. Give me 1 4 syllable word. Combination, 4 syllable words. So if an adjective is of only 1 syllable word, for comparative degree it adds the letter E and R. For superlative degree it adds ES. And next, for adjectives ending in silent letter E, we just add the letter R and the letter ST for comparative and superlative degrees. For the word like WIDE, white, white. So in this word, in this adjective, the last E, that is the letter E is silent. So in this case, we are just adding the letter R for its comparative degree, making it wider, and for superlative degree, ST, making it widest. And next, for two-syllable adjectives ending with Y. Two-syllable adjectives that ends with the letter Y, the letter Y is changed into I and we add ER and EST. So, adjective that ends with the letter Y, we have busy, BUSY. So when making it into comparative degree, Y is changed into I, and we have the spelling BUSIER, busier. And for superlative, IEST, busiest. Thank you for watching, and I hope at least some of us will learn something new through this video. Do please keep supporting me by watching my videos and liking it and doing the needful things. Tu apa na hikabol go to ipiham tia hele a pawa English grammar hi hoita aban nei cha class wise ti diham lesson wise a ho video sima upload ji dikati he ya so mi pi ho na support na hi kangai sa jingin aban video ting lahin a pawa grammar ipiham parts of speech hi a pawa sele pawa is that no mam atale hoijitsu ipihia thugol ipiham what is a sentence ti ho he pawa semdi hin semdi ka ti hin hiri chun nung set the en hin support jingawin lang ka video ne hin pe jingawin lang like and subscribe hi thele share long hin bol pe jingawin. Thank you and bye bye.